This is TechCrunch.
President Donald Trump said on Monday he plans to ink an executive order this week that would limit states from enacting their own regulation of AI technology. Trump posted on social media saying, "I will be doing a one-rule executive order this week. You can't expect a company to get 50 approvals every time they want to do something. There must be only one rule book if we are going to continue to lead in AI. We are beating all countries at this point in the race, but that won't last long if we are going to have 50 states, many of them bad actors, involved in rules and the approval process. AI will be destroyed in its infancy." Trump's statement comes days after an effort to preempt states from regulating AI was quashed in the Senate, as Congress couldn't agree to insert the deeply unpopular proposal into a must-pass defense budget bill. The fast pace of AI development and the lack of general consumer protections from the federal government has led many states to enact their own rules around the technology. California, for example, has the AI Safety and Transparency Bill, SB 53, while Tennessee's Elvis Act protects musicians and performers from unauthorized AI-generated deepfakes of their voices and likenesses. Silicon Valley figures, including OpenAI President Greg Brockman and VC-turned-White House AI czar David Sachs, have argued that such laws by states would create an unworkable patchwork of laws that would stifle innovation and threaten the U.S.'s lead against China in the race to develop AI technology. Silicon Valley has a mighty lobbying arm that has blocked meaningful technology regulation for years, and proponents of states' regulatory rights say there's no reason to believe state AI laws could destroy AI progress, as VCs and tech companies claim. Trump's executive order, a draft of which was leaked a couple of weeks ago, would create an AI litigation task force to challenge state AI laws in court, direct agencies to evaluate state laws deemed onerous, and push the Federal Communications Commission and Federal Trade Commission toward national standards that override state rules. The order would also give Sachs direct influence over AI policy, superseding the usual role of the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy, currently headed by Michael Kratsios. New York Assembly member Alex Boras, who sponsored New York's RAISE Act, said, "Christmas comes early for AI billionaires who keep getting exactly what they want from the White House, a massive handout that makes it that much easier for them to make massive profits for themselves with exactly zero consideration for the risks to our kids, to our safety, and to our jobs." Attempts to block states' power to regulate AI have been deeply unpopular on both sides of Congress. Earlier this year, Senator Ted Cruz, a Republican from Texas, introduced a proposal that would place a 10-year moratorium on AI legislation into the federal budget bill, but it was rejected 99-1 in a rare moment of bipartisan agreement that tech companies shouldn't operate without oversight. And when Trump's draft was leaked last month, several Republican politicians spoke out. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, a Republican from Georgia, posted on X, "States must retain the right to regulate and make laws on AI and anything else for the benefit of their state. Federalism must be preserved." Florida Governor Ron DeSantis posted late last week, "I oppose stripping Florida of our ability to legislate in the best interest of the people. A 10-year AI moratorium bans state regulation of AI, which would prevent Florida from enacting important protections for individuals, children, and families." DeSantis has also called data centers as drains on power and water resources, as well as potential job killers. The rise of AI is the most significant economic and cultural shift occurring at the moment. Denying the people the ability to channel these technologies in a productive way via self-government constitutes federal government overreach and lets technology companies run wild. The desire to protect people from potential harms of AI technology is not unfounded. There have been several deaths by suicide following prolonged conversations with AI chatbots, and psychologists have recorded an uptick in cases of a condition they're calling AI psychosis. A bipartisan coalition of over 35 state attorneys general warned Congress last month that overriding state AI laws could have disastrous consequences, and more than 200 state lawmakers have issued an open letter opposing federal preemption, citing setbacks to progress on AI safety. Paramount Skydance on Monday launched a hostile $108.4 billion bid to buy Warner Bros. Discovery, days after Warner agreed to be acquired by Netflix for $82.7 billion. Paramount is going straight to Warner Bros. Discovery's shareholders with an all-cash offer of $30 per share, and it noted that its offer provides shareholders $18 billion more cash than the Netflix deal, which offered $23.25 in cash and $4.50 in Netflix shares for a total of $27.75 per share. Paramount is bidding for all of Warner Bros. Discovery, while Netflix's deal with the company only includes its Hollywood studios and streaming business. CNBC reported on Monday that these were the very terms from Paramount that Warner Bros. Discovery's board rejected a week ago. Paramount CEO David Ellison said, "We believe the Warner Bros. Discovery Board of Directors is pursuing an inferior proposal which exposes shareholders to a mix of cash and stock, an uncertain future trading value of the global network's linear cable business, and a challenging regulatory approval process." Paramount's offer is backstopped with equity financing from the Ellison family and the private equity firm Redbird Capital, in addition to $54 billion of debt commitments from Bank of America, Citi, and Apollo. Netflix came out on top on Friday after winning a bidding war against Paramount and Comcast. But Paramount's hostile bid is sure to drag on the battle for one of Hollywood's most iconic studios, a fight which has already stretched out for months. Netflix's proposed deal has already raised antitrust questions, as it would combine two of the most popular streaming platforms into one. Additionally, President Donald Trump has said the deal could be a problem because of the size of the combined company's market share. A deal between Warner Bros. Discovery and Paramount would also likely raise similar concerns. Netflix agreed to pay Warner Bros. Discovery $5.8 billion if the deal doesn't go through. Warner Bros. Discovery would have to pay Netflix $2.8 billion if it decides to call off the deal. Netflix did not immediately respond to a request for comment. That's it from TechCrunch. For more tech stories like these, go to TechCrunch.com.